All right. Happy Monday, party people. 5:30 in the AM on the East Coast. Mickey Black in the area. This is AM NetWurk coming at you fresh on Monday. Let's see. Let me adjust my tones. Get my tones sorted out. Awesome. Happy Monday. AM NetWurk Daily AM Business and Entrepreneurship Podcast. This is episode number 3. We're coming at you. Today is Monday, May 8th, 2023. We're coming at you. We got a couple of news stories. So we got a couple of stories just to make sure you get your week started off with what's going on. Let's check out what we've got to talk about. So got a lot of stuff about Apple betting on developing markets. We'll talk about that. We'll also have a couple of things. We're talking about slim pickings for buyers amid record low home sales. Debt limit debate that's happening in Washington this week. They're putting the nation's credit trust on the line. And then last but not least, we'll talk about Operation Hope. They got an award for 1 million Black business initiative. So lots going on. So let's get it started, but let's not forget our sponsor, the coffee mug, Sippin' Style. We believe that the mug you drink from should be just as unique as you are. So check it out at thecoffeemug.co. Awesome. And before we get into it, Uncle Mickey wants you to like and subscribe. All right? Happy Monday. Let's do it. First, we'll talk about slim pickings for home buyers, what that means for entrepreneurs and what we're looking at these days. So right now, ever since the pandemic, and it's getting worse, we're looking at record low inventory in terms of the housing market. Right now, you're looking at a number of approximately 980,000 properties nationally. And really, if you're thinking about what that translates into, that translates into about 2.5 months worth of supply on the market. So with what's on the market now, you would estimate that would be going by end of summer. Actually, you wouldn't even get into summer. Typically, a balanced market has about 5 to 6 month supply. You're dealing with about half that. So it really almost qualifies as a housing crisis. So lots going on there, and want to really look at the homeownership challenges that the market is facing. So how homeowners are, home buyers wishing to be homeowners facing a tough market due to limited availability and increasing costs. So nobody's really selling. Really what that breaks down to is right now, you've got high interest rates. So if you're in your home, you don't really want to sell your home because you can't afford another home. So that's really what's driving the market. And as long as interest rates continue to go up, mortgages will continue to go up. And those who are already in a mortgage won't be looking for new ones. So interesting scenario there. Really, from an entrepreneur perspective, what does this mean? Well, as an entrepreneur, the takeaway might be that looking at other models, modular housing models, people are doing tiny homes, co-living spaces, or just really focusing on either digital platforms that do a better job of efficiently connecting buyers and sellers. So tight market, lots going on, but always an opportunity to be had by your focused entrepreneur. So let's take a look at the next one. Debt limit crisis. Lots going on there. So really, if you haven't heard, right now we're facing a June 1st deadline to resolve the debt ceiling debate. What does that mean? If if Congress and the executive office don't align on a resolution by June 1st, we'll run out of money as a nation. Right now, the debt ceiling has to be raised in order for the government to have more money. If that doesn't happen by June 1st, we'll be out of money. What does that mean? If the government can't pay its bills for a week, it's about 500,000 jobs that would be lost. Maybe not lost permanently. Usually what happens is furlough and say, you don't have to go home, but you can't come back here until we get some more money. And that goes for government contractors, government vendors, on and on. If it goes on past a week, you could be seeing a great recession-like scenario with up to 8.3 million job losses. It's hard to wrap your mind around. And then probably it'd be a significant dip on the stock market. So really hope the government figures that out this week. Especially considering we're already facing significant interest rates, bank industry failures, just a lot of stuff going on. So let's figure out that debt ceiling. All right. The main story we're talking about, Apple sees emerging markets rescuing it from the slowdown in the US and China. So let's really look at what that means. So right now, Apple is focusing on emerging markets, being that US, China, and even Europe are facing recessive environments. So they're currently looking at new markets like Mexico, Indonesia, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates, seeing really strong performance in those markets as well as additional markets like Malaysia, Brazil, and India. So looking at these new emerging markets to be able to acquire new customers. Tim Cook emphasized really looking at these markets, specifically India, and saying that he thinks those countries are at a tipping point, meaning they've got a growing middle class that wants iPhones. Basically, iPhones, MacBooks, the whole suite. So right now, despite sluggish growth, Apple still sees those emerging markets as a place for expansion. However, they got to buy the real stuff. Meaning, Apple is not going to make a derivative product, no lower end products for these new markets. They're confident that they can sell their standard products in these new markets. So I remember like they used to do like the S version of the iPhone, but no more, just the standard regular iPhones. And no degradation of their product line for the new markets, but they think that that'll work out for them. Really, what does this mean for an entrepreneur or small business or startup? I think the lesson learned here is looking at emerging markets, not always being so focused on US or Eurocentric markets. I think we can all learn from Apple's approach and look at new emerging markets as a real opportunity, especially as you've got the world flattening. These new emerging markets, new middle class, provide new opportunity for us all. So one to grow on in that regard. And for our last story of the morning, we've got Operation Hope. They've got an award for their initiative to create 1 million Black businesses. Interesting, very cool. Operation Hope, they have that initiative and they've just won Fast Company's World Changing Ideas Award. So really impactful work supporting Black entrepreneurs is actually launched in partnership with Shopify. So Shopify supporting Black business out there to provide free resources, knowledge, and access to help Black entrepreneurs start, scale, and grow their businesses. So super dope stuff happening with Operation Hope. Check it out. Launched in partnership with Shopify. So give them a look. Get some free resources. get some knowledge, get some access, scale up. All right? Loving it. The initiative has already been supported and really already supported almost 200,000 Black businesses. And their broader mission is to promote financial inclusion and dignity for historically underserved Americans. So, really important work. Definitely check it out. And that is it. 15 minutes. Daily AM Entrepreneurship Podcast. Thank you for your time. Monday, May 8th. Let's get it started. Have a blessed day. And check us out at network.org. We're actually rolling out some new services, AI-driven marketing solutions. So we're doing copy, image development strategy, all with AI agents that can support your brand. So check it out, network.org/services, and get it on. Again, thanks for our sponsor, thecoffeemug.co. Sip in style. The mug you drank from should be just as unique as you are. Cheers. Happy Monday.